have your topping tail on Bitcoin. Again, what is a topping tail? Let's talk about a topping tail. Topping tails, there's a couple criteria. Number one, it must occur for me to at least believe in it, basically at a 52-week or all-time high. Check on Bitcoin, okay? You also have to have a big surge up on volume, which we did, and then a reversal, and it must close in the lower 25%, from the low of the candle to the high of the candle in the lower 25%. That's what it did.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Gareth Soloway explores Bitcoin's latest twists, dives into market trends and expert insights. Let's watch and uncover what's driving crypto next.
Now, again, in classic technical analysis, that is a reversal bearish signal. All right, now it doesn't mean it can't fail. Every pattern, every candle can fail, but the odds have now flipped on Bitcoin to being negative. The way, and this is important, how would this candle be negated for all you bulls out there? Just simply look at this, and any daily close above the high of the topping tail negates the topping tail, okay? So that's what you're looking for. If you want to see this regain its bullish composure and really push up, that's what you want to see. Notice today, again, Bitcoin is pulling back on the day after that topping tail formed. Very, very interesting to watch that chart. The other thing I wanted to just point out is you still want to monitor this weekly trend line going back to the 2017 highs here. And the reason I say that is you got to close above it. But the question is, can it confirm above it? Essentially, confirmation for me solidifies that it's not a fake out, versus I've seen so many times where big money will get retail investors so bullish and they'll break it above a level like this, and then retail piles in right at the high and then they reverse it. Once it confirms, it takes honestly too much money for institutions to really fight it at that point. Now, notice how the pullback on Bitcoin, the low today basically took us back to this line. So it kind of already tested that, and so far it's holding. Now we have to monitor this. This is a weekly candle, though, so let's monitor that. ETH, let's look at ETH here, guys. Just quickly going on this, if we go to our daily chart, you can see, again, ETH is respecting this resistance right now, right here at basically 3,050, 3,100. But again, notice ETH was down, and it's turned green already. That's good price action versus Bitcoin, which is a little bit weaker. So ETH actually looking okay here, even though it hasn't broken this level. The price action with it being green on the day versus Bitcoin, it shows that it's actually relative to Bitcoin stronger, and that could signal further upside in ETH.
ARK Invest, led by Cathie Wood, made waves on Tuesday by selling $13.3 million worth of Coinbase shares and $8.7 million of its own spot Bitcoin ETF after both assets hit record highs. The firm sold 34,207 shares of Coinbase from its AR Caregiver Fund just a day after the stock closed at an all-time high of $394.01, pushing its market cap past $100 billion. Coinbase, which has surged 50% in the past month alone, saw a slight pullback to $388.02 on Tuesday. This move aligns with ARK's strategy of maintaining diversification across its portfolios, where no single holding exceeds 10%. With Coinbase sitting as ARK Caregiver's second largest holding at 7.9%, just behind Robinhood at 8%, the sale reflects a typical portfolio rebalancing rather than a bearish signal. ARK also offloaded 225,742 shares of its own spot Bitcoin ETF at ARKB worth $8.7 million. This came shortly after Bitcoin hit a new all-time high above $123,000, before dipping below $116,000 and bouncing back to $119,133. ARKB remains the fund's fourth largest holding at $157.2 million in value. Despite ARK's sales, the broader ETF market showed strength, with $403.1 million in net inflows on the day, led by BlackRock's IBIT. As sentiment stays positive and altcoins gain traction, ARK's rebalancing signals strategy, not retreat.
Fold, guys. flip over to the gold chart. Gold again continuing here to basically hold the line. So the line that goes back to late 2024, the trend line here, that is still a support line. It's right around 3,330. If it breaks below that, then you have the bigger move. Obviously, you want to see confirmation, right? But then the bigger move to 3,050 down here would be in play. As long as this holds, it's in a wedge pattern. 3420 to 3330 is your wedge pattern right now. This number will go down a little bit because this is a downsloping trend line. This number will go up slightly every day because it's an upsloping line. Essentially, when you're stuck in a wedge, what do we know about wedge patterns, guys? Let me do some teaching here. So wedge patterns are condensing price. It's like a pressure cooker. And so as it comes to a head of the triangle, price is getting tighter and tighter, wound. The spring is being wound. The pressure cooker is pressurizing it. And once it breaks, it's like an explosion in that direction. And so essentially, this gives us a good way of looking at gold, right? So if we go back to the gold chart, we can see if it breaks here, it makes sense that it would then come down here because it would be a big move. If it breaks here, it likely takes out the all-time highs and continues to march towards 4,000. All right, silver hit my target yesterday, guys. Again, if you were paying attention over the last week or so, you guys know I've been saying bullish pattern on silver up to $39. Boom, 39 gets hit, pierces it by a few pennies, and look at the pullback yesterday. Short term, this is a topping tail as well, so it also needs to be respected, right? And listen, I don't make the rules, guys. I'm just literally here to translate what the charts are saying, and that's why I always say, listen, whether you're bullish on silver or Bitcoin or bearish on silver or Bitcoin, that's irrelevant. The point is that if you looked at 100 of these or 1,000 of these candles, they play out more often than not to the downside. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm translating what the odds and probabilities are. Everyone can make their own decision. We all have our own biases. But again, my job here at Verified Investing is to give you guys a view of no bias, just purely what the charts are telling us, right? That's the translation here.
Bitcoin's recent surge past $123,000 has sparked fresh excitement, and one key metric has everyone watching closely: the Pi cycle top indicator. Known for its uncanny accuracy in predicting Bitcoin market tops, the indicator is now signaling the potential for BTC to reach as high as $170,000, possibly as early as late 2025. This tool uses the relationship between the 111-day and a modified 350-day moving average, and according to crypto analyst Rect Capital, the upward momentum is accelerating fast. Just weeks ago, the moving average crossover was expected around April 2027. But that projection has already been revised to February 2027, and with current price action pushing the 111-day average higher, jumping from $92,000 in early June to about $98,000, now there's growing confidence that the top could come much sooner. If Bitcoin keeps climbing at this pace, that potential $170,000 top could land in 2026 or even late 2025. Analysts are echoing the optimism. Evercore's Rich Ross said Bitcoin is coiled like a spring, pointing to rising geopolitical tensions and demand for hard assets as drivers. Trader Tardigrade added fuel to the fire with technical patterns suggesting a breakout toward $160,000. Momentum is building, and the charts are hinting that Bitcoin's next big move could be historic. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.